Hello, everybody. How are you, people? It is 11:28 p.m. on this beautiful Wednesday morning. So let's talk about MSI. And I feel like this may be probably going to be the most, how am I going to say this, controversial MSI tournament ever. I think based on how the tournament structure has been set up in this tournament. Now, this tournament will take place in Busan, Korea, for the first time in like ever, and it will have a crowd, which is wonderful. It's just a wonderful, wonderful thing to have. It's gonna be amazing. This will be taking place at BexCon. I think I was probably gonna show you. That's BexCon. Oh no. It has to be. Um, okay. All right. All right, I don't have a location. I don't even have a specific location, but it will take place in Busan. That's one thing for sure. Need a specific location. Oh, it's so it's gonna be so the group stages will take place at the Busan Esports Arena, and the Rumble stage and Knockout stage will take place at the Bexco Exhibition Convention Center, which is, when you look at these two, these are really, really cool. So this whole place will take place in Busan. This whole thing will take place in Busan with crowds. I think tickets are selling at around 15,000 wons, which is about, I think we could say in the ballpark of 400 to 550 US dollars. I'm not sure. I'm not good at this stock exchange thing. But I will tell you, it will be a wonderful atmosphere to watch, to enjoy, to entertain, and it will be great. Now, I feel like the problem with MSI is that I just don't know. I just don't know if MSI is as, let's just say, not as strong as Worlds. Like MSI equals fatigue. And I think the reason why is that you see with Damwon and Mad Lions last year, they have to win their spring tournaments and have to play MSI. Then they had, and then RNG, of course, who was the defending champions. They started off, all three teams really started off slow. And it's because, of course, the later they go, the more stronger they can be, but they're not as, as strong. So, look, you have to factor in the accounts. For let's just go with LEC. So LEC, you have to play 18 BO1 games, and then you have to play maybe a minimum of, okay, let's say five best of fives. You gotta go five, 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 five. That's five, 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 five. That's I think 25 matches minimum. So I think minimum of 25 matches, minimum of 25 matches. Or if your team kind of finish in sixth, if you finish in top, like you have to play like 15 matches at least. So, okay, so it's, let's say, 15 to 25 matches at minimum. And then with this current MSI format, you have to play. I have to play your same team six times, 8 times. Let's just say six. Okay, whoa, 6 to 8 best of one matches, because, and of course, the other group will have three teams in the case of this year and last year, of course. So you're gonna have that. You also have to play a minimum of 10 two best of fives. Yeah. So So I feel like the total, and this is gonna be a maximum total. So the total games that MSI have to play is about hmm, 43, 43, 51, 50. Oh, wait, maybe. And I think the total is about 61 games. But that's not the complete that's not a complete number of it, but they play but LEC and LCS in particular will have to play like 60 plus matches in the spring, and that's just spring split. You have to do all of, and then you have to factor in like some of the other teams who do not get knocked out, who do not like this, like Rogue, of course. They get the benefit because they don't have to worry about the grind. They have to prepare themselves, have to train a new patch next season before next split before everybody else. So it kind of feels like it puts the MSI champion at a disadvantage here. And I feel like I heard from a lot of streamers I'm watching. Shout out Kadril. I heard a lot of people saying that MSI is just like a way to drain out some of the mental fatigue that's going on with some of the players. And I feel like mental health is a really serious thing. It's not just life's mental health. It's sports mental health. Sports have suffer mental health. You look at Naomi Osaka with all her mental issues going through in tennis. So everybody is, no matter how strong you are, no matter how skilled you are in the game, you just remember at the end of the day you are human. And I feel like, and I'm not gonna diss Riot. I'm not gonna just destroy Riot with this video. I'm just gonna say that I feel like Riot do not care about the players' mentality as much, and I feel like this MSI format is a little bit of injustice. So I mean, some people wanted to get rid of the MSI format entirely, but which is okay. But then what's the purpose of spring split anyways? What's all the purpose of spring split? Oh yeah, you want a spring split trophy. Then what's it for some of the teams? You look at G2, you look at Evil Geniuses, you look at T1 and probably RG, they just view spring split as a pretty much bring our MSI is pretty much like it's nothing. But when you look at Defamation Focus Me, it's the fast pay Wildcats, Seigan Buffaloes. By the way, welcome back Vietnam. After what 3 years? Yeah. I just feel like this MSI is a proven opportunity to challenge the elite to beat the best. So I feel like getting rid of MSI is pretty much it's a good idea, but I'm not sure it's not gonna change too much in terms of how we're gonna treat spring season champions like commodities or something. So I feel like the MSI should refresh itself or find a way to make the MSI format look really good. I feel like if if I were the head of Riot, or should I say the head the face of Riot, or be in this good in Riot, I will change the MSI format. So my MSI format, and of course this will be 11 teams, but okay, but next year, when the situation that's going on with COVID and everything that's gone on with what's going on around the world is not that does not disintegrate to oblivion. But just a hypothetical, right? We have 12 teams. Just remember, this is just hypothetical. This is just hypothetical. So we're gonna have 12 teams, and I will use a GSL format. Now, this GSL format is gonna be I think the GSL format is used for FPS games like CS:GO and Valorant. Of course, I feel like this is a user format. The Masters already use that, and I feel like GSL is pretty much simple. You're gonna have four teams playing each other, and then you're gonna have two winners going into the winners bracket, and if the winner of that one, and then the winner of that one, they already gone through. No problems asked. The loser will have to face, and then you have the other two losers will face off in an elimination matchup, and then the loser, sayonara, game's over, and then the winner of these matchups, and then the winner of the losers matchup and the loser of the winners matchup will face each other, and then whoever wins will go through. I think I am IM Katowice's tournaments already uses that back in what 2018, and I feel like that's pretty much a not bad format. That's not bad. Also, best of three. Now I feel like every single caster and every single player wants best of three so bad. Now I feel like I read some in the comments around best of threes, kind of like, you know, will the casters be able to benefit about it? Will the advertisers be benefit about it? Because everybody's thinking best of ones is kind of boring. I feel like that's kind of truish, to be honest. Look, I feel like I'm not saying best of three is going to help NA or EU win worlds. That's not the point. I just say that best of three is going to make you know competition more better. And I feel like best of three is better for adaptation. If you play like a best of one, you only play if you wanted to play like a best of one matchup. You have to play your best champions. You have to play your best game because if you lose that, you ain't even gonna take a chance. But well, you have a best of threes like in the LPL and LCK. You get to have a good game, troll with it a little bit in the second game, and then come back strong in the third game. You see, and it's all about adaptation. Like the more games you play, the more you get better of these champions, the more you just handle that. So when you come into like a best of five against some of the regions, you get to learn the understanding, you get to adapt. Now I'm not saying the best of threes could change everything. I'm just saying that we need some kind of adaptation. We need more games. I feel like MSI is having a lot. I think MSI have 25 best of ones, and we're gonna have like a minimum of 30-ish best of ones. You're gonna have a lot of games. I feel like so. I think the MSI current. I'm just gonna go MSI current format. Okay. Right. So for this, your T. So this you're gonna. We're gonna have. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check. All right. So we're gonna have 3, 6, 9, 12. Oh, sorry. All right. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. That's 36 group games. 36 group games. 36 group games. And remember, this is just for the group stages. The Rumble is going to be different. So I feel like the Rumble is going to. I think based. I'll go last year's. So I'm gonna take account last year. So based on last year. So last year we will have 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. But probably tiebreakers, of course. So that is 30 Rumble games. So the total is about 66 best of one matches. 66 best of one matches. That is a lot of best of ones, which I feel like it's kind of feels like it's a little bit too much. I mean, you're gonna have like only 3 best of 5s in the final. 3 best of 5s. That's it. 3 best of 5s. That is 1/11th. Oh wait, let me just pull. Let me. You know what? Let's just let me just whip out my calculator. Trying to flex all you homies. So that's three. That's 3 divided by 66, and probably times it by 100. That's four. So that's right now almost 5% of the MSI format being best of ones. Oh, sorry, 5% of the entire MSI being best of fives or best of series. 5%. The rest are going into best of ones. There's and it's just not good enough. It's just too diluted enough. I mean, yeah, sure, best of ones are great for you, like the upsets, like what Pentanet GG did to Cloud9, or I feel like, DFM nearly upsetting 100 Thieves in the best of ones. So I feel like best of ones could have its benefits, but I feel like best of ones are just too much. I mean, the best of threes, you can have, I mean, your best of threes, you can have that drama. I mean, I feel like, what if DFM will face off against T1 in a best of three format? Everyone was expecting like T1's gonna beat them, but then the Affirmation Focus me like, oh my god, they won a game. They won. They won a game, and then of course T1 went on to win, but you just have to but you already see from that one game that Defamation Focus me are good enough to beat a really good T1 team. So that will give you a benefit of the doubt of saying like best of threes can favor the underdogs more than a best of one can favor them the long one. Because I don't know if best of ones could change anything. I mean, just look. I mean, just look at this. I mean, look at 29. Look at 28. Look at last year's. It's Korea, China, and Europe facing each other. I think Cloud9 was kind of the most disappointed, but I feel like that's expected because it's North America, of course. But I feel like you can see North America belong in there. So even so, you could. So I don't think best of ones changes everything in terms of like, you know when who's the region's gonna go through, and I feel like best of threes could be an upset, and I feel like so you're gonna have the 12 teams in a hypothetical MSI, which is probably like next year or such. Fingers crossed. You got the DSL format, and then you got the best of three matches, and then of course you will have. So at the end of the day, you'll have like 6 teams. Cool. So what should you do with your 6 teams? Hmm. So here's the thing. So let's say we're gonna have so we're so let's say um hmm, so we have 3 winners, all the team from the groups, and then you got the 3 runners up. And how are we gonna do that? How are we gonna do that? Okay, so based on I think based so we have the 3 winners and three. So I think 2 winners based on region strength gets by. 4 remaining gets wild card. card. Best. I think best of 3. Yeah, best of 3. So we'll have two. So we're gonna have 3 winners and 3 runners up, and then we'll pick 2 teams based on the region's strength, like how their region, like what's their strength of the region. Is this region is do we are like, oh my god. And then okay, let me just give you an example. So what if G2, T1, and RNG make through? So let's just picture it in the brain. So if G2, T1, and RNG make it into this hypothetical MSI format, this 12 teams in the GSL format, that means T1 and maybe G2, based on how the regions have done over the last year or so, will no, I think it's RNG. Yeah, I think it's RNG. So it's T1 and RNG will get the 2 buys, and then G2 and like the two G2 and the 3 other runners up will have to play the wild cards. They'll get the short and the stick, and then they'll have to play a best of 3 format to do so. It will still be best of threes. It will not be best of one, so it'll be best of 3 format all the way. So that will do it. So and then we could be reseeding. I feel like yeah, reseeding, and then so it's gonna be or no, higher region based on world's performance makes pick. So yeah, I feel like last year's World when EDG won it. So let's just say that if G2 wins, they'll have to face RNG because RNG gets to pick them because of the world performance. Because EDG won world, so that means they will have an opportunity to pick their opponent, and then T1 will be left with the rest. There'll be no draw. There'll be no draw. And plus, having teams pick their opponent, it's great for entertainment. You don't have to have the ball situation. You don't have like draw situations like the Emily Perchu and Michael situation. That was kind of sussy. So no, you gotta let the teams pick their opponents, create some spice, create some meme, some drama. Like, oh my God, if G2 picks RNG, hey, RNG fans, remember what happened in 2018? Remember Perks beat killed Uzi and all the pink wards that happened in? Sorry, there's a motorcycle there. Remember all that pink wards that happened in? Do you want revenge, RNG? I know you want revenge. That is some juicy storyline. That is gonna be some headlines. RNG versus G2. RNG wants revenge from 2018. G2 wants some validation, and these two will clash, and it will be beautiful. It will be beautiful to watch, and you can have your best of five matches for both the semifinals and finals. So you're gonna have the best of five all the way to the semifinals. Now, hmm, Now that is a juicy MSI tournament. Yes, so I feel like the total of these MSI tournaments. So for this format, you'll have your GSL format. You'll have to play like minimum of 9 games. Let's say 9 games in this format, and then you'll have your best of threes, and then your best of five. So that's 3, 5, 13. 13 games. So that comes a total of 22 games. The 22 games. That is about almost, let's call it almost a third of less games in this hypothetical MSI format than we have in the current MSI format. Oh, wait, no. That's, so yeah, that's like these are no. Those are players playing it. So that's how much T's will play in this hypothetical MSI format. That's less amount of games, less amount of fatigue, and then you adapt more. And then even if you don't compete it, I mean, you could have the benefit of like you learn something from it. Now, I get what the problem with GSL is. It's just like if your team loses, that's it. There's no second chances. But I feel like the GSL format is going to bring more competition. I mean, MSI is going to be a month-long tournament anyway, so why just make this a tournament feel, big and not just feel like a waste of time with best of ones and everything because the players will get tired and plus they'll have to travel all the way back home. They'll be fatigued and everything like that. Now I feel like, that the MSI winner should get the benefit. So and I feel like has been coming for a while. So winner gets gets world spot. That is see. I feel like MSI. I feel like right now MSI just feels like it doesn't have any benefits anymore. Now, yes, you can have all the matches. You can play all those matches, all those best of ones, and then there's some of the best of threes, and then you just win a trophy. But and that's it. That's it. That's it. That's gonna be your benefit. Uh, and then it kind of feels like all that work, all that training you did in the spring is just for nothing, and it makes you feel really really bad. So I'm just saying that if the winner and I feel like the winner of MSI gets to go to Worlds, that's the end of story. And then if the team goes absolutely mentally booned in the next split, they'll get a Worlds benefit no matter what. Or you can at least award a region one additional world spot. Just in case, G2 goes badly in that split. But if they win MSI, they can just not care about for the first couple of weeks at spring's summer split and then do incredibly well and then do the bare minimum in qualifying worlds. It makes the MSI championship feels more rewarding right now. And I think they did that last year. I think they did that last year with the LCK. No, the LPL. I feel so. I think so, but I'm not sure. But I feel like MSI should be more competitive, and I feel like it should be more rewarding. I don't want MSI to be like a long spring out drag out of best regional teams, and then everybody will go home exhausted, and then they'll have slow starts. I don't want to hear that. Even the great G2 of 2019 had to like have a slow start or something. I just want MSI to have, less stress and be like, you know, be incredible at the same time. And I feel like, you know, if Riot can hear this and make MSI more competitive and more fun, then of course it's a win for everybody. But fortunately we can't just change Gel Neiman's mind. We're just a bunch of internet nerds just saying what we need to say on the air, and you know what? Nobody cares. So yeah. Anyways, let's move on. Right. So I already uploaded my predictions. I've already uploaded my predictions for the MSI tournament. So that's the next part of the video will be the MSI predictions. So I am going to do what I didn't done in Worlds. I didn't finish in Worlds. So I'm gonna do every MSI matchup and tell you who is going to win based on my initial results. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. It's gonna be one. It's gonna be, well, maybe let's call it. Let's do it on Monday. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing that on Monday because I think Tuesday we'll take a break and then Wednesday will be the matchup. So I'm gonna do this on Monday. Actually, maybe Tuesday. Tuesday will be fine. Yeah, Tuesday will be fine. So I'll be doing this on Tuesday. So watch it. So if we get like 500 likes, I will be uploading that. If we get 500 likes or get like 5 subscribers and likes, yeah, and comments sometimes, I will be probably uploading my prediction videos of all the MSI groups. But I will tell you, I will not go to like the minor regions. I mean, I'm not gonna discount your minor regions. I'm just saying that doing all the minor regions is not gonna be like it's gonna be long and boring. And this is already a 27-minute video, so I'm not gonna go wasting my time. So I'm gonna just do a little short. I'm gonna do like one word to to describe each team's chances of this. So let's go with pool four. Order. They got Biopanther and Puma. They can do work. And Biopanther is not a bad player. He used to play for. I feel like he used to play for Immortals. No, Pentanet at GG. Yeah, he was playing for Pentanet. He was playing for that Pentanet team who made it from last year. So hey, one member of the Pentanet GG family is still here, so we're good. But I don't know if Order have a chance against the EGs and the G2s of the world. Maybe they can beat Evil Geniuses. I mean, I don't know. NA so good being the bigger teams and then losing OGN. Maybe this is really traditional. Maybe this is the classic NA losing to OGN team. Maybe they might get a win. Maybe. DFM, I think they still have a chance. I think they still have Heavy. Steel is there. Yupaton and Mario. So they still have the core of the team, of course. I feel like they can give T1 a run of his money. I feel like that's why I put T1 in second place. I feel like I put T1 first. Staff animation focus me second because I feel like they after what happened in Worlds, finally made it out of groups, and they gave T1 a not much of a battle, but really a scare. I feel like I'm not saying they're gonna topple T1, but I feel like they can give T1 a scare, and I think they'll beat the Azier and the Sage and Buffalo. So I have Defamation Focus, and I feel like Defamation Focus we could, you know, at least win a game. They didn't win anything in group stages, so I think they could probably win 1 or 2 games in the Rumble stage. That's what I want. Rank cannons. Okay. I don't see this team of, you know, I feel like Group B is kind of wide open-ish. RNG, not probably the strongest team ever. They still have the core that wins MSI, but I'm not sure they're strong even the region themselves. PSG, still good, but a little shaky. Remember, they have the new bot lane. Doggo is gone to BLG, so here comes Unified. I think Red Cannons can, pull something great, but I'm not sure they can have a chance against RNG. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Team as the Ace. Okay. Lonely Dimitri alone, 5 kids straight. Okay, they can, you know, they can do well, but can it be T1? Can it be the Defamation Focus Me in front of a Busan crowd? I don't know. I don't know. Fast Fate Wildcats. Okay. Starscreen, Ferret, Holy Phoenix. I like Holy Phoenix is really good. Wow, he's almost my age. He's almost my age. His birthday's coming up. All right. Anyways, so yeah, this is a really good. This is the Istanbul Wildcats, probably almost the same squad as they made it to the last MSI tournament. So I feel like this team could pull their punches in a group like this. I feel like they can win 1 or 2 games. Maybe sneak up that second spot. I think, but who knows? Say Gun Buffalo. Hey, God. First of all, welcome back Vietnam after 3 years. Unfortunately, you're gonna get clapped by everybody else. It's not you, but I feel like Gigabyte Marines were a much better team, and the fact that Gigabyte Marines took the SEA slot and make Sega Buffaloes is no, I don't think this is not a dunk on Sega Bulls. Sega Bulls feel like they were gifted that spot instead of like they earned it, and I feel like the way they performed throughout the season, they kind of earned that spot. But I just feel like some of the people saying, "Oh my God, it's because Gigabyte Marine took a spot." It feels like Sega Bulls are will earn it. So, and now they're put in a really bad group with T1 and Defamation Focus Me. It's gonna be really bad. But I feel like if I were the Sega Bulls, that will be my motivation to beat every single team to prove everybody wrong that Vietnam are back and should be belonging in the international region. And I feel like the first step in doing so is to beat T1. If they beat T1 in the first day of the season in front of a crowd in Busan, oh my God, that will be a shocker. That will be a shocker. Can't wait. PSG Talon. Okay, Hanabi, Azir, they lost Maple. Maple is gone. Unified, Kagwan. Okay, this is okay. PSG's Talon squad, not the strong PSG Talon squad that made it to Worlds and MSI last year or MSI semifinalists, but pretty much okay. I feel like this team is good enough. This is like, I mean, they did the classic PSG Talon lose, have a wonderful season, lose in one of the playoff brackets, and have to win their lower bracket matchup, and then win the finals in traditional fashion, in traditional PSG Talon fashion, and they did it in 5. So yay! But I feel like PSG are also good enough to challenge with the RNG. To challenge with RNG, I feel like they met before. They did. They did it in Worlds, and it kind of met. So I feel like the history between them and RNG will be huge. Do they face each other? No, they didn't. They're not facing each other. Okay, but I feel like PSG can at least finish second behind RNG. At least, maybe they not. Maybe I won't be surprised if they finish first. I feel like the bot lane unified is going to be a real wild card here. So yeah, that will be interesting. Okay, Hakeem, it's time for the major regions. First off, NA. Oh boy. Impact inspired Jojo Ben Danny Vulcan. Now I'm gonna say this. EG, you made me proud. You bring out 2 North American products and you play really well. And you won the LCS fair and square, mind you. And I feel like you bring a lot of hope to North America fans. And you know what? I like Jojo Pin's confidence to say they're gonna crap on EU. I like that confidence. I think they can make it out of group. I feel like they can make it out of group. I mean, come on, there's a group with G2, Order, and themselves, so I think it'll be fine. But beyond that, I'm not sure. I feel like they got Impact and Inspired. They got the experience to do so. This is Inspire's first ever world. MSI, Vulcan's second straight MSI. Impact, I feel like it's the second and first time in like 3 years with after Team Liquid. So I'm not sure. But they got the experience to do so. They got the swagger, the confidence, and Danny and Jojo Ben, they got no fear. So that's the thing. They have nothing to lose. They got everything to gain and nothing to lose. So I feel like Evil Geniuses, if they can make it past, let's say the Rumble stage, if they make it to a top four ish, then that's good. Then I feel like that's good enough. Not gonna win the whole thing, but I say that's good enough. G2 Esports. Ah, this is my region. I watch this region. I admire this region. This is my region. I I I I, I gotta be brutally honest. Okay, how do I say this? How do I say this without triggering every single G2 fan across the earth? How do I gonna say this? I do not think your team is gonna win MSI. And this is not a knock on the team that you have. Your team is okay. It feels like you're relying more on top lane. I mean, the whole and then the playoffs was kind of like adaptation of everybody. Cass was popping off, and he was great with the crowd. Sorry about the motorcycle again. Um, Cass was great in the playoff finale against Fnatic and Rogue. And G2, I mean, I feel like G2 were the most surprising LEC champions. It almost feels like, I mean, it reminds me of 2017 G2 when they got promoted and then, won the whole thing within the first try. And it kind of surprises me. This is probably the most surprising G2 team consider. Fnatic and maybe Rogue should have been the one clear team to make it through because of how they played. Not a single G2 member, not a single one to even make it first team. First time ever. Not a single G2 team make it to a first team. Which is mind-boggling because, I mean, and that's how surprising that victory was. The fact that none of these players are making first team, and then they managed to 3-0 every single one in the lower bracket the same way EG has did. Okay, well EG 3-1 in that bracket, but who cares? That surprises me a lot. That pretty much surprises me a lot. I am not. I feel like G2 can make it out of groups and probably make it out of Rumble, but I'm not sure if they're capable enough to beat a T1. A T1 or an RNG to be that matter. I feel like this 2019 G2, you know, maybe of course 2019 G2 was playing in a different batch, but 2019 G2 based on skill and team fighting would have beaten this 2022 G2 within 20 minutes, like that. And look, don't take this the wrong way, LEC. I feel like G2 will have a chance. They have a chance, but I'm not sure if they have like the skill and maybe the team fighting metrics to beat a T1 or an RNG. I mean, the patch notes might change a few. Shout out to Yanko Sejuani, of course. But I'm not sure if G2 will be good enough to win. I'm got them semifinalists at least, which is not bad, which is probably the bare minimum. It's better than nothing, I guess. RNG. They still have Ben, Wei, Zhao, Gala, Ming. Still have the championship team who won MSI last year. So, yay, great. But consider how the LPL has been this season with Weibo Gaming out, EDG out, V5 out, Top Esports got tumbled. It just feels like. Can I call the LPL weak? Can I call the LPL weak? I'm not calling the LPL weak. I mean, if I call the LPL weak, I mean that's gonna trigger a lot of people. I'm just not sure if RNG, the same RNG, will win in this kind of patch with the Jinx. I mean, the Jinx nerf is gonna change everything. Maybe Gala might play his Kaiser again. Who knows? But I am not particularly sure if RNG can run it back the same way as they did last year. And I feel like it's gonna come down to, you know, Xiaohu and Gala popping off like usual, particularly Xiaohu. I mean, you could put this guy in mid lane, jungle. The guy could do anything. He's great. So I feel like, you know, if Yahoo and Gala does not pop off really well, then I don't think RNG can win. I feel like I don't know if they're aggressive. I feel like maybe the aggressive play style might overwhelm some of the teams like they usually do. But if they surprises me again, like RNG did to Damwon Kia and then EDG did it to Damwon Kia again, if LPL continues to surprise me again and again, it almost feels like every single time we doubted the LPL, everybody was thinking the LPL kind of weak. They always overwhelmed them. Like that, everybody was thinking Namwon Kia should win the MSI and World based on the incredible performances, and yet LPL just surprises me. And I feel like the LPL has like any team can win it. Any LPL team can win it. It will be RNG, it could be EDG, it could be JDG, it could be Top Esports. Hell, we might have Victory 5 winning Worlds. Who knows? It's crazy and mind-boggling. It's oh I mean, I feel like I was thinking that Dalmon Kia would win that last year and they didn't. So should I doubt it RNG and then pray to the gods that I don't think it'll win? There will be a finalist. There will be a finalist, but do I believe they can beat a T1 team that gone 20-0 with the best damn player in all the world and a pretty good bot lane in Gumiyushi and Keria? I'm not sure, Chief. And they got the crowd and they got all of Korea supported T1. I mean, T1 is like the most popular team in the world and in Korea. I mean, tell you right now. I tell you right now, Busan is gonna have loads of T1 players. T1, and I think there'll be some Jisoo and maybe some Sega on Bobat. But every single Busan team is supporting T1. Like Brazil supporting their soccer team. I feel like right now, I will not be surprised if every single fan in Korea is going to be supporting T1. I bet you there'll be no G2 fans across even like the first 10 stands. And if T1 were to make it that far, I mean, capacity is about 4,000. That'd be 4,000 G2 T1 fans. Forget about it. Forget G2. Forget about it. T1 is going to have 4,000 T1 fans all across the seats and millions of T1 fans watching at home. And I feel like the way that T1 has played this season, they kind of dropped a couple of games. But I'm just not sure if anybody can topple T1. The way Gumiyushi is playing, Faker can go 0-6 and still win, you know? And that's the beauty of it. Faker don't have to be the great dominant player that he once was. It's Gumiyushi, it's Keria, who I think he deserves a contract, and the MVP, of course. Zeus can play well, Owner can also play well. So it makes you feel like if you are a T1 fan right now across the world, and probably in Korea, you're watching this, I feel like T1 is going to win MSI. They got the crowd. They got the most dominant player they have. They got the most dominant players they have. They had the most incredible season they have. And I just feel like as good as G2 is, they're not as strong. As good as EG is, they're not as strong. And young, of course. As good as RNG is, maybe RNG might pull the upset like they do. But I am not sure if they can topple a mighty force like T1. And I'm just going to say that T1 are going to win MSI. Plain and simple. In fact, I just don't have to do any more predictions because I already did my prediction on T1 winning Worlds, T1 winning MSI. So we can just end this video right now. But of course, crazy crap can happen in League of Legends. So we'll continue to watch. Yeah, anyways, that's it. That's how we do the MSI format. It's been fun. It's been a really, really good video. Next time, probably Monday or Tuesday. I said Tuesday. God, man, I'm confused. But next video, we will be doing our MSI match prediction, and I will be predicting each and every one of these matches from the group stages, every single one. And probably have to count them, of course. And if I manage to get like maybe 20 wins at groups, then consider myself lucky. If I don't, well, Should I do a dare? Should I do a dare? Okay, so I gotta think it. So I'm gonna predict my MSI matches. You go in the comment section right now and tell me the worst movie ever. Like I don't care. Like the worst movie ever. Like it has to be like the absolute crappiest movie of your life, and I will watch it. So you go to the comment section right now, and if you like the video and subscribe, go down the comment section and type in your worst movie ever. And if my group stages are below, and my group stage prediction is below 500, or if I don't get like 20 wins in the group stages, then I would have to watch that worst movie. So it's 20 wins in this group stages or worst movie. Yeah, this should be fun. But anyways, thank you for watching. Don't forget to do what you want. Have a good afternoon, and bye bye.